Hey everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are up for pre-order by this weekend. So make sure you get your pre-orders in so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. We've got a lot of really great books for you this week. And another reminder, coming up later this week, probably Saturday, is when it'll go up. We will have our free comic book day special. So you don't want to miss out on that. But let's get into this
Yep.
show.
We're going to start with Midnight Suns, Blood Hunt #1. We got a couple Blood Hunt tie-ins on this show. This one features the original Midnight Suns, Blade, Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, and some others coming back together to deal with the vampire threat that's plaguing the world. But first, they must defeat Blade. We don't know why, but we'll have to figure out.
Getting the team back
Yep.
together. Next up, we've got Black Panther Blood Hunt #1. I'm not sure how many issues these are going to be. Probably 2 to 3
Yeah.
issues, I would guess. But in this one, T'Challa has actually been transformed into a vampire. Something happens. Says spitting out of Blood Hunt #1. I imagine we might see that happen there. But even now he's a vampire. He is working for the vampire overlord who has tasked him with a mission. T'Challa still has his duties at Wakanda, but is that for the better or for the worse now that he's in vampire form?
Next is Ultimate Spider-Man #5. #4 came out this week, featuring Peter and Mary Jane and Harry and Gwen getting together to talk about the world. Well, in this issue, #5, we are going to learn the secret history of Harry Osborn, how he became a masked vigilante, and how much does he know about the true status of the world that they live in.
Next up, we've got Superman #14. This is House of Brainiac Part 4, but this is going to be a big one because it's Superman versus Lobo.
Ooh.
You knew this team up could not last long before they start turning on each other, but it looks like Lobo has betrayed Superman, and while they're fighting, secretly, the Brainiac Queen is awakened.
Okay.
So, big one here.
Next is Rook Exodus #2. The first issue was excellent, and now we have the second issue. In this one, Rook continues to scavenge Exodus to try to find a way off of the planet, but he's interrupted by the power-hungry Bearmaster named Ursaw. We saw him a little bit at the end of the first issue. Ursaw will stop at nothing to rule all of Exodus. And who is Direwolf, and is she Rook's friend or enemy? You can see her on the cover right there. She looks great.
They look like friends. Next up, we've got X-Men Wedding Special #1. This is brought to you by the Marvel Voices Pride Special, but this time it's actually taking on kind of a new form, doing this full story. So we have Mystique and Destiny, who have been around for over 100 years in the Marvel Universe, and at some point they got married, but we have never seen that. Well, this is going to finally reveal the wedding of Mystique and Destiny, but of course, there are some pretty complex characters, and you know there's going to be some wedding crashers along the
Right.
way. So it sounds really fun for these two characters.
Next is a new Scarlet Witch #1. This is still written by Steve Orlando. And in this one, the Scarlet Witch's haven in upstate New York is about to go up in flames. There is her newfound peace has drawn the wrath of a primal force that will stop at nothing to destroy her world.
And this one's big, Edge of the Spider-Verse #4. If you recognize the character on the cover, that is the Spider-Woman from Across the Spider-Verse movie, and this is her first comic debut. So we're going to find out a little bit more about her in this one, but it's going to be really cool to see, you know, a character make that transition and come into the printed page.
Next is Void Rivals #9. In this one, Derek and Celilla, they cling to life deep in the wasteland that they've been trudging through, and they come face to face with the Autobot triple changer known as Springer. And that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Springer. I can't wait to see him be part of this universe.
And next up, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha #1. Now, this is big. This is a prelude to the new Ninja Turtles #1. And in this, the Turtles have left New York after all the craziness in the previous 150 issues. They're going out pursuing other interests. But this leaves a void in New York for some of their old comrades like Old Hob and Jenica and some of those. Plus, this is going to have a special prequel to Ninja Turtles #1, written by Jason Aaron, talking about Donatello has come back from the future, but has found himself in a very strange place. So this is going to be big
Yeah.
if you're planning on jumping on board for the new Ninja Turtles series. And that is it for Top Comics 2 Pre-Order and Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can pre-order these books so you don't miss out. Your pre-orders are due Sunday. Also, we've got our show coming up on Friday where we'll be going over these and a bunch of other books, their variants, all that good stuff. So you don't want to miss that as well. And until next time, I guess, we'll see ya.